Okay, so I would say because you guys are, this is a higher couch, you can always get some pillows, put them under your butt to give yourself a bit more height. So the idea is to have your hips over your knees.
We're going to have pillows.
Well, we've got plenty more pillows here.
And your hips always over your knees. One of those big grey ones.
Absolutely.
That might do the job.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, nice straight spine. So we start with the hands on our knees. And we're going to soften our eyes, quieten our ears. So let's bring the feet further forward so we create like a box. Imagine as if you're sitting on a box. So you create a 90-degree angle with your knee and your feet. Excellent. Quieting your ears, softening your eyelids. Bring the awareness back within. So right now you're not moving. So what are the things that you can do if you're not moving? You can observe the breath, you can observe your body, you can observe your thoughts. So let's bring that awareness to our body. So let's see if we can extend the spine by rolling the hips forward. We can bring the chest up, send the shoulders back. Bring the chin slightly further forward, up. Relaxing the jaw, softening the tongue. Finding a moment of stillness. And we're going to bring the focus from the body onto our breaths. So let's focus on breathing. So breathe from the belly all the way up to our collarbones. So feel the collarbones rise and feel a lightness in your shoulders. When we inhale, we expand the lower parts of the rib cage. And we bring the inhalation to the chest and then into the collarbones. And when we exhale from the collarbones down to the chest, down to our bellies. So we compartmentalize the breath in 3 sections. Now if we are all on the next inhalation, draw the shoulders up towards our ears. Hold a second. And then exhaling, we're going to draw the shoulders away from the ears. And you notice how my hands end up getting pulled in. So draw the shoulders in. Keep the chest lifting up. And then fully exhaling, draw the shoulders down. Without hunching. So we're not doing the same. So we are lifting the shoulders up, drawing the shoulder blades behind us. You can see how it's wide. And then when we exhale, we keep that wideness and we just bring them down. Again, so we do this in our own time. Inhaling, drawing the shoulder blades, so the shoulders up to your ears. Bring them back on the pause. Exhaling, drawing them down. You should feel the sides of your trunk extending and expanding. The closer you get it to your ears, the better. So if you squeeze all the way into your ears and you keep the chest lifted, the chin lifted, and then you draw them back, you will feel this extension between the ears and your shoulders. And then when you exhale, you almost feel as if you're growing taller because part of the body is going down while the other part is staying straight. So you feel this nice extension from the top of the spine all the way down to the bottom of your spine. So keep the spine straight. When you exhale, you cannot do this. So keep the chest up. When you exhale, it's just the shoulders coming down. So imagine as if you're pulling a sock. If you put the sock on and you follow the motion of the sock with the foot, you're not going to put it on. So extend that foot, and that's your spine. And then put the sock, which is your shoulder, and draw it. So you have that counter motion. Yeah, much better. This is really nice to check in for any tension in the shoulders, in the jaw, under our armpits, so in the inside edge of our arms. Great way to warm them up and to understand how we're feeling today. And the more we extend, so the more contrary positions we do, the better the stretch. So when we extend the arms, what's happening? We're extending this part of the body, but we're maintaining the connection at the back. So I'm extending forward, but I'm resisting the action of the shoulders coming forward. Does that make sense? Okay. But then when we inhale, hands automatically creep in towards the thighs. And then when we pull them back, the hands follow. Exhale. And then we draw them back, and then it's like trying to reach forward, but our muscles behind us are pulling us back. So you're moving forward with the hands, but the shoulders are going back. So you have that nice extension here on the chest. Feeling a bit warmer now. So here we're going to bring the arms forward, interlace the fingers, draw the fingertips just behind us. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the hand behind and the thumbs just on the sides of your neck. Yeah. And then we're going to lift up. So come up to the same position that we're doing. So we're going to gradually just add new poses, new motions to the pose. Yeah. So pressing into the feet, so the feet are hip width apart, we press to the point where the heels could lift myself up, yeah? So I'm pressing into my heels, so I'm connecting and gripping in my hips. Because if I'm not pressing in my hips, the knees come in and I cannot flop. But if I press, I have that nice extension, yeah? Okay, so from here, yeah, if you sit on the edge, it's a lot easier. So from here, we're going to do simple movements. We're going to inhale, we're going to open up the collarbones. And what happens if I open up the collarbones? The elbows go back behind my ears. So you might end up hitting your chin.
Yeah, I'll turn sideways a little.
And then the chin will come up. Exhaling, the hand is going to push the head down, but the head is going to resist. And you're going to allow the hands to in. And in doing that action, the elbows will come in towards the nose. And in the inhalation, you come up and you expand the elbows. So you draw the collarbones back, lifting the chin all the way up. Keep doing it in your own breath, your own time. Excellent. So let's see if we can maintain the chest as it was. So the motion is just coming from the neck. This is what we're doing with the neck, yeah? So it's not leaning forward or crunching. We're trying to keep the chest where it is, and the neck is moving. Another addition to that movement is instead of just pressing the neck down, which creates compression, we want extension. So we want to send the neck forward and down, and that creates a nice stretch in our shoulders. Releasing the jaw, the tongue, your dorsal spine.
Yeah. We're going in that way.
So do you feel the extension happening in the lower back? Sorry, upper back. Okay. So here, I don't know if I mentioned, when we inhale, is to push the head and the hand resists. So we get the opposite action. So first was the hand pushing the head and we were resisting, and that helps build muscles in our neck. So the neck, we tend not to have a lot of strength in our neck, and that's why we get injuries and stiffnesses. So when we're down, the chin is almost touching, and then the head pushes up. So I'm here, the head pushes up and the hand resists it. And I can stop, exhale. So I can take it in motions. So you inhale, stop, exhale. Inhale, stop, exhale. So when we breathe in, we expand the belly so that the lower part of the rib cage comes out. Then we bring the breath all the way into your sternum.
Are you relaxed then?
And then into your chest. When we exhale, we squeeze the belly in.
So you're tensing up then?
Yeah, so you're tensing. So releasing. So inhale, raise the chin, open the collarbones, bring the shoulders behind you. Exhaling, stopping 3-4 times, you're going to allow the hands to win. So you press the head down and you're going to extend the neck. Exhale, stop. Inhale. Exhale, stop. Bringing the elbows towards your nose. And now inhaling up, taking 3-4 stops. So the head wins. That we all up, maintain that pushing of the head back and the hand pressing forward. Inhaling, we need to twist towards the right side, bringing the chin up. So here you might feel a good stretch in your left side, yeah? And then exhaling, we're going to do the same action, so slowly, allowing the hands to win. You're going to twist towards your left side. If you can, when you get towards the left side, you're going to use your right elbow to hook on your left thigh and have a twist. So here, the left elbow is pushing into your right thigh, and you're having a nice extension in your torso. You're going to bring the left elbow up so it's parallel with your right shoulder. And then inhaling, you're going to let go, maintain that pose for a second. Exhale, and then fully inhale, allowing the head to win. Come up towards the right side, and again.
Close, isn't it?
How are you guys doing?
We're knocking each other.
Okay, maybe you can go the other side. So left side.
Yeah. I'm definitely not this flexible.
So do you guys feel it on the sides when you're doing the twist? Yeah.
Feel it here as well.
Do you feel it also in your throat a little bit?
No, just
Okay. Cool. So you feel it here.
Yeah.
And when you twist, you feel an extension here?
Yeah, you feel the extension.
Yeah. Okay.
It's because I play rugby though. I'm used to using this core part, just not this part.
Yeah, so that's really good also for preventing injuries. If your neck is strong, you're releasing the tension and also you're reinforcing the neck. And doing these twists, what you're doing, you're adding the motion from the neck. So you're doing a cross lateral extension. So you're reinforcing the core on one side and also releasing it. So that's what we're doing. We're reinforcing the neck and releasing the tension. So when you do this twist, you're keeping the abdomen, so this is engaged. And when you twist, you're rolling all of this side here, coming down, you're cooking, and then you have a nice extension. So you're creating a nice stretch for your lower back.
Yeah, no, I definitely think not like that.
Okay, let's see. So if you bring the hand behind, remember the hands are pushing and the head is resisting. So we come up to, for you, the left side this time. You guys doing the opposite side of me.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm going towards the right and you guys are going towards the left. So the chin comes up, and when you lift the chin, you notice there's a tension potentially in your left shoulder. So dig into that. So then your elbow comes further back, your left side. And then exhale. You're going to twist towards your opposite side. So if you're on the left, you go towards the right. If you can, you hook the knee and you extend. Inhale to release and exhale. And then fully inhale, twist and come up. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming all the way down to the opposite side. When you get there, hook the knee with your elbow and twist. This is the last one. And coming back to the center, bring the hands up towards the ceiling, extending the fingertips as if you're trying to grab a rope. You're going to extend yourself up. So you notice that when you're doing this motion, something's happening down here. So the feet are pressing. Imagine as if the feet are in quicksand and you're trying to pull yourself out of that quicksand. You're trying to extend yourself up. Then you bring the chin parallel. You're going to bring the ears in between your shoulders. And then exhaling, you're going to twist towards the right side. Maintaining. Feel the connection in your shoulders. And exhale, coming back to the center. Inhale, lifting the fingertips up. Exhale, coming towards the opposite side. Exhale, coming to the center. Now lifting the fingertips up. So engage those elbows. Exhale. If at any point in time this becomes too much for the shoulders, you can always bring the hands onto your head like so, and you get a good benefit there. Okay. So inhale up. So yeah, you guys keep the hands down. Okay. So if the hands are down, this is what you're doing. You inhale, you draw the elbows behind you. So same exercise as we did. Then exhale, you twist without compressing the shoulders or the elbows. You maintain that position. You press into the feet. You take a few breaths here, and then exhaling, you twist back to the center. Inhale, widen the collarbones. Exhale, twist to the other side. Take a few breaths when you get there. This is really good to connect and reinforce our lower spine. Exhale, coming back to the center. Then from here, we can all bring the hands behind our heads. We're going to release the spine by exhaling, curling into a ball. And then inhaling over. So we're going to extend forward with the chest. So coming up, and we're going to bring the chest forward and lean a little bit forward. Yeah, and then exhaling. So imagine as if you're like a hedgehog. You're kind of curling yourself in, and then you're like a peacock. You're expanding your elbows out, bringing the chest out, lifting the head. And then exhale. Intro. Is everybody feeling a bit of relief in your spine and your shoulders doing this motion?
Yeah.
So remember to press into your heels. So if you press into your heels, you have more lift in your spine, you grip in the hips. Now that we're all up, release the hands, bring them down onto the knees. Okay, so let's see if we can go back to that sitting position. So the shoulders that we just did, is just to allow the expansion of the chest so we can sit firmly on the ground. So we're going to bring the shoulders back up. Allow the fingertips to be taken back with you with the shoulders. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades down. That's much better. Now everybody has good shoulders. Okay, from here we're going to bring the right hand under the right knee. Bring the left hand on the outside edge of your right foot. And we're going to draw accordingly to how you feel today. You can either bring it here towards your knee, or if you're flexible, you can bring the foot all the way into your thigh. So it depends on your flexibility and if there's any pain in your knee. If there's no pain, you can go here. If not, let's bring it here. So the foot, the ankle, this part, is resting just below the knee. And I'm going to come a bit more on the edge. Excellent. And from here, we're going to start pressing down. So remember to press into your left heel. Too low, we can get more pillows. And you have two pillars behind you, another big pillar there. That's like the Tower of Pisa. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
I just felt like my knees were still
That's really good awareness, yeah. How's that for everybody? So we're not flexing the foot, but flexing the knee. How's that for you?
It's really pulling on this muscle here.
Okay. So maybe
I can't really get it much higher up at the moment.
Okay, so maybe I would say maybe a bit more height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
We're at the end of the season now, but we're just entering the summer season, so it's all the sevens, which is a lot faster.
That should be a bit easier. How's that now?
Still pulling quite strongly there.
So this is what the exercise is for.
You can fit nicely, but it was worse when I was lower down.
Yeah, definitely. So the idea is that this pose is, so you would feel it from here, so you're behind your glutes, all the way in the outside edge of your thigh. And also if it's really tight, you might find it the whole thigh, your whole quads might be really tight. So this is really good. Let's say that you're watching telly or you're reading newspaper. Just sit like this. You will feel it. You can put your hands here and just extend forward. So the elbows are pressing. So if you put your forearm onto your knee, yeah, so you have a bit of weight. And then you can have your newspaper or a book and just read here.
My newspaper's rubbish.
Okay. No good headlines?
It's not much good in.
Okay.
No news.
No news. Okay.
There's nothing in my paper.
It's a
My
joke.
imaginary. I was using my imaginary view of my paper. There was nothing in there. So no news is good news. Let's be positive.
And then, so there's two options, right? So if it's really stiff, don't do this movement. You can just place the elbows or the hands, and you lift the torso up, and you just practice breathing. Yeah. So the best way for any movement when it's tough is to breathe in. The stronger and the slower the breath, the more you can engage with the muscles and therefore release them. We can spend here 5 to 10 minutes in this pose according to how painful it is. So we need to just gauge where we are. So you can stay here for that time. If it's not that painful, you can always flex it and do this motion for, again, a couple of minutes.
So by doing this, is it like just gently stretch and
Yeah, so you're kind of telling your hip, just go down, just keep going down, and it's open. So I can feel the stretch just back here.
I mean, I can feel it here, a nice kind of,
that's it.
It's not painful, but I can feel the stretch.
That's it.
But I guess by doing that, it's telling it to extend a little bit further.
You're just doing like micro movements. And then if you're really flexible, you can bring the foot into your thigh and do this motion, which is really
Not
nice.
there yet.
Okay. So it all depends on our own flexibility. Yeah, because then from there, you can bring the foot all the way in.
So I could do it when I was a child.
Beautiful.
I could do it when I was a child, I don't know.
Okay, let's swap legs. So when we come out of the pose, we bring the right hand under the right knee to protect it. Left hand outside edge of your right foot. And you're going to like cradle it down. So you're not putting pressure on your knee. Yeah. Then left hand comes under the left knee. Lift, bring the knee into your thigh, into your chest. So wherever we are. So there's always going to be one hip that's going to be more intense than the other, more stiff than the other. So for example, I'm definitely not high enough for my hips, but it works.
Because I'm trying to keep this leg straight,
Yes.
it's easy to fall. Like that.
So that's why it's good to press into your heel. So if I'm not pressing my heel, this is how my back looks. I press into my heel. This is just the action for my heel. No action, action. So what happens, the leg comes into the hip socket, I'm pushing the hip forward, and therefore the spine comes up. Much better.
This is easier. I'm not getting pain down the top of the thigh.
So maybe on this side you can flex a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I sound.
There you go. We all have different sides. So remember, in whatever pose you are, to breathe. Because there's one thing that we can always do when we're not moving, and instead of waiting for actions to happen outside, we can take control by creating actions inside, and that's the breath. So by creating expansion within, we can engage with our different senses. So then you become more aware what's happening into your hip, or in your hip flexors, in your knee, kneecap, in the foot, in the heel, in the arches. And when you gained all of this information, then you understand how to really move the body and to release tension. And it becomes very quieting. You quieten your mind. It's like water. It just washes over any stress or tension because you're breathing. The external senses are not here. So you can close your eyes. That's why at the beginning I say soften your eyes, quieten your ears, because that's all distraction. Where you want to focus is right here, right now. So if you're looking at the light, you're looking at this and you're looking at that, you're not focusing on the pose. You might do in the pose, but you're not focused in the pose. So let's remember to maintain the shoulders. So we work quite a lot today on the shoulders. So maintain that lift and that expansion in the collarbones. Yeah, very nice.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Bring the left hand under the left knee. So again here, you can always do that exercise where you just crawl forward, read the book, read a newspaper, watch telly, whatever it is. Then just extend. Now here we can use the coffee table in turns. So the idea is this. So we worked a lot on shoulders, we worked a little bit on hips. Now it's a question of extending and releasing everything. So the coffee table is here. I'm going to widen the stance on my feet so that they become further than my hips, so you can see. I'm going to press into my heels to the point where again I can lift myself up. Inhale, I'm going to raise the hands up. Exhale. It's not the motion with my hands, the motion is coming from my hips. So I'm extending and extending, extending, and I can feel now that my hips are like, okay, this is tight. So I'm still coming forward because my hips allow me. And now this is my maximum. So what I do, I bring the hands down and I crawl the hands forward. So I'm extending my spine and then allow the head to rest. And this is really nice. And when I come up, okay. So if you start, and then with you guys, I can do something different that we can do later with. So from here, you're going to bring yourself forward. So you can stay down for a bit. So inhaling, you're going to lift the trunk up, place the hands on your knees. Exhale, you're going to draw the elbows into your chest and you're going to squeeze the chest in and through the shoulders. So you should feel the shoulders coming back. Yeah, so keep going until you go like, okay, my hips, I can feel my hips, this is too much. When you feel this too much, just relax the head. If you can go all the way to the point where the head is almost touching the ground, just come to that pose.
I've never seen that before. Never ever seen that before.
There you go.
Never know that possible.
There you go. So inhaling, coming back up. So if you do the one with the coffee table, which is inhaling, raising the arms up, so the fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Exhaling from the hips, so doing the similar action that we just did now, you're going to move forward. So you're keeping that connection between abdomen and sternum. Excellent. Place the fingertips down and pull yourself forward while the hips go back. And all of us, we keep just doing these actions very slowly in your own time. So you inhale, coming up. Exhaling, you're going to press into your heels. Extend forward, drawing the elbows towards your thighs, your chest. Coming all the way down. Exhaling, you're going to push yourself forward and up. So this is kind of like a baby cobra. If you practice on the mat, this is the extension that you get in baby cobra. The chin goes up. If you want to come up, you can. So engage the arms. Excellent. Leave it. You go. So that's a really nice release for the neck, right? And you should feel. Did you feel it in the groins?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really nice because you're allowing all of that compression to go away. And so lift the arms up and come forward. And stop as soon as you notice the arms are coming down from your ears. Okay, now bring the hands down on your coffee table. Bring the hands down and walk the fingertips forward. Yeah, release the head. Release the head all the way down. There you go. So with this one here that we're doing, it's like baby cobra. You're bringing the chest up, lifting the chin. The elbows are in, because that's the baby cobra from Chaturanga Dandasana. Then you lift up. And when you come down into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog, you do this action, yeah? You're pressing and you're coming up. So we're doing a similar action, but we're doing a bit more of an extension because the spine goes all the way down towards the floor. So we inhale, exhale. So I can hear you pressing into your heels, so you really feel the hips.
I just stood on the leg.
Okay. And then inhaling, you're going to bring the hands. So this is your Chaturanga Dandasana. Yeah? The chest is on the floor. The elbows tucked in towards the chest. And then you're going to press into your knees with the hands to lift the chest up. And this is your baby cobra. Leave it, you can come up again. Exhale, calm down. So the chest is touching the mat. And now we can go further because there's no mat. So you can bring the chest further down, releasing the neck, releasing the head. Inhale. Pushing the hands into your knees. Lift yourself up. Keep doing it for a few breaths. So remember to keep the shoulders down. So don't allow the shoulders to creep in towards the shoulders. I said that twice. Towards the ears. So shoulders down, away from the ears. Chest comes forward and up. Lifting the chin. Exhale. Hands on knees. You're going to bring yourself down, imagining as if you're trying to get the chest on the mat, on the floor. And then when you get there, you allow the head to hang. So release any tension, any muscles, keeping the neck up. You just release it down. You press into your heels as if you're going to try to stand up, but you're not going to stand up. And then inhaling, you press the hands against the knees. And you lift yourself up, drawing the chest forward to come up to standing. Or to sitting. How does everybody feel with the spine?
Okay.
Okay.
It does make such a difference by pushing down. Like that was the first time I did it, I forgot. Then the second, third time, so it felt a lot.
What was the difference?
It felt more in control. Like the first time was hard.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to balance how I was pushing myself down, but having the heels was just giving me extra strength, I felt.
Yeah, definitely have more control where you're going. It's not like whoa. And also, because you're gripping in the hips, you engage into those muscles, so you have good muscle control, then it's going to be a lot easier. For me, because I had a hip injury here, this is quite painful. So when I'm going, I'm strengthening and lengthening that muscle. That gives me the ability to come all the way down. So we're going to do one more for the end. So here's another twist. So you're going to inhale, raise the arms up. So again, keep the engagement in the heels. Exhale, we're going to twist as if we did the first one. So you twist towards, let's go to the right. Sorry, left. And then...
Trying to cripple us, aren't you?
Yeah. And then exhaling, so the same exercise that we just did now, you're going to do it towards the side. So you're going to come towards the left side. The hips are going back. The chest is coming forward. When the belly touches your thigh, you bring the right hand down to touch the floor if that's possible, over your left foot. Then you can extend the left arm up for a twist. And then inhaling, you're going to come up. Exhale, come to the center. Inhale, fingertips go up. Exhale, come towards the left side. So, what side are we doing now? Right side, okay. Exhale, come forward. Stop when the belly touches the thigh. And then you're going to twist. Bring the left arm near your right foot. Is it? I'm doing this completely wrong. Yeah.
Left elbow.
Left elbow.
Yeah. Right knee.
Yeah, this is right. Okay, cool. Yeah. And then extend the the right arm. So again, press into your heels, you'll notice a good connection with your hip flexors. Inhale to come up. You guys have it one more time. Okay, so press into your heels. Create that connection between this action. From here and here, there should be like a metal rod. You feel that nice extension, but the belly is soft. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhaling, you're going to raise yourself a little more. Exhale, come all the way down. Resist the action of leaning forward with your hips. Then you're going to bring the right hand down on the floor near your left foot. Exhale, you're going to twist and bring the left arm up towards the ceiling. Bring the chest towards the back, so you're allowing the chin to lean back and twist towards your right shoulder, your left shoulder. Inhale, come up.
I came up a lot sooner. I came up a lot sooner.
That's okay. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to fall forward. Bring the left hand the outside edge of your left foot, right foot. Exhale. Draw the right hand up towards the ceiling. Bring the head back and the chin tilts towards the left shoulder, right shoulder. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale. Oh. It's the end of the house.
Good. I don't need that.
I get that. It was intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are quite simple to do. Simplicity doesn't mean that it's easy. It just means that you can take it wherever you are. So like this is the settings that you can have it at home. You're doing anything, you want to release the shoulders, you just sit yourself, hold yourself at the edge of the couch with a few pillows, and you can achieve the same. So in that one, if you're here, just get a couple of books, right? We all have books at home or some crap. So okay. There must be something, boxes. There you go, shoe boxes. You can place shoe boxes.
Yes.
You can place shoe boxes and place the hand there. Because what you're trying to avoid is doing this action.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Or doing this action.
You don't want to touch the ground with your hand.
You do, but like so.
Yeah.
So the knees are still 90 degrees. If the knees are coming in and you're twisting and crumpling, you're not really getting much action.
I like this one.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying, but I'm surprised I was so tight today.
Well, if you do a lot of running, it's normal to be tight. So let's say that you are at work, the desk is here, you can literally place the knee under the desk and then the desk is pushing it down. So then you can have all the lift here and you're typing like so. And you have the nice release down with the neck. And then you can do the exercise that we did, just bring this and you can integrate it quite easily. So you can mix and mash all the exercises that we did with everything.